Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, Leonard Ellerbe reveals why premier boxing champion fighters and Mayweather promotion fighters they don't make the big fights, right? I'm gonna play the clip in a minute, but he reveals why they don't make the big fights. All right. And it's a hawk and crog wash, and I'm gonna debunk what he said real quick. They always hide behind the business of boxing. And yeah, I mean hiding behind the business. You know what I'm saying? It was Don King got it done. Bob Arum used to get it done. Lou Duva used to get it done. And even Lou DiBella, you know what I'm saying? When he used to work at HBO, he was the president of HBO. He used to pull the strings over there. He was what Stephen Espinoza is at Showtime. You know what I'm saying? And he talks about, why they, the reason why they pick their fights carefully. They put on these bum bashes. You know what I'm saying? They rather pay their fighters all too much money, right? They rather pay their fighters too much, keep overpaying their fighters a lot of money against vagabonds, and then they're gonna look up, they're gonna have 20, 25, 30 fights and only one career-defining fight. This will happen when you get people who don't understand boxing. Okay, you can understand business. He said he got a bachelor's and master's degree in business, but you don't understand boxing, nigga. It's two different things. When you don't understand the true integral parts of how boxing work and how it did work, y'all trying to reinvent something that y'all don't even know how to market, bro. He taking credit for Gervonta Tank Davis being a star. Gervonta Tank Davis had his city on his back. Floyd can't make nobody no city support you. You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence popular because Dallas support him, and he got some support in New York. That's the difference, bro. Like, you can't buy that type of support. No matter how much you market somebody, they market Triple G as a big puncher, killer on HBO, but only 130, 150,000 people bought the David Lemieux and the Danny Jacobs fight. So no matter how you market somebody as the white Mike Tyson or the Mexican monster and all that stuff, they have to have support from a country, from a city, from a state, from a region, from an area. That's the difference. Why is Terrence Crawford? People, they got in this interview with this one, Brian Custer. This one on Showtime. They got in an interview and said, well, that's why Bob Arum said he let Terrence Crawford walk. Terrence Crawford did not fucking walk. I like Brian Custer, but Terrence Crawford did not walk. He tried to keep Terrence Crawford. Let's be real. Terrence Crawford did not walk. He tried to sign Terrence Crawford back, bro. If Terrence Crawford was losing, we talked about this last night for a minute. If Terrence Crawford was losing, if he was losing Bob Arum money, why would he even sign him to the contract to begin with? Let him go over to PBC and make them lose money. Let him go over to Eddie and let Eddie lose money. Think about that for a minute. If he was losing them money, why sign him back in the first place? Just use your common sense. Bob Arum was not losing money on Terrence Crawford. He had the best viewership over there. If you losing money on Terrence Crawford, then you losing money on everybody over there. So you get high behind these dudes, man. If you think that these Leonard Ellerbe and Al Heyman are making the most money in the long run off these fighters, the fighters not making the most money. Trust me. These fighters not making the most money, dude. Trust me. These fighters are not making the most money. They're not. These white collars are still making the most money. I'll buy into that BS that Leonard Ellerbe saying, bro. They still, Leonard Ellerbe, Al Heyman, and Floyd, they're making the most money off these fighters. Come on. If somebody could pay you $2 million for a fight, how much you think they're making? That's common sense. That's common sense. Y'all believe what these dudes say if y'all want to, bro. But that's like 1 + 1 versus 2. If you even know, you ain't gotta have a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, man. Most of the most successful business owners don't even have a degree. If I can pay you $2 million to do a job, how much y'all really got, bro? Come on, they could pay you, $20 an hour, man. You really could probably get 25 or 30 out of them. Let's cue it up, bro.
Bruce Trampler is the guy that I have a great deal of respect for. I think he's the best matchmaker in the history of the sport. He told me recently, he said, "What these fans don't understand that when a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides." And so when you really think about that, it just speaks volumes of what the reality is. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we're talking about this. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. There was a story that Floyd had reached out to Jerron and said,
Oh, that's different. All right, so what you mean makes sense? How does it make sense? And y'all blew a bill. You talking about Eddie Hearn blew $1 billion, right? Them dudes blew 1.5 billion, bro. And allegedly Floyd Mayweather took not Floyd Mayweather. Al Heyman took 1 point. He took 0.5 off the top. He's talking about Eddie Hearn blew a $1 billion and he doesn't know the market. Y'all in the market and y'all haven't done nothing in this market. If y'all lock this market down like y'all was supposed to lock this market down, Eddie Hearn couldn't even come through here. Eddie Hearn couldn't even come in this market and make a damn dime without going through y'all, without y'all at least middlemen and something with the zone. So if y'all lock this market down, the zone wouldn't be coming to Eddie Hearn and let's break bread. They would have to come to Leonard, Ellerbe, Al Heyman, and then y'all can facilitate something for like an Eddie Hearn, or y'all can be running to the zone. So you be listening to these used car salesmen, and that's what his pitch is. It's a used car salesman. I know bullshit when I hear him. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like I said before, we already know what he talking about. Does it make sense for y'all never to flip a profit off a tank pay-per-view, bro? Come on. If y'all lock this region down, y'all lock this. If y'all knew this market so well, bro, how can Eddie Hearn come in here? How can the zone come in here and make $1 without you? That's like if you got a spot, right? You know, you got a clothing store or whatever, or you got a strip or whatever, or you on a strip mall or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody come in that across the street and make no money because you got it locked down, bro. Come on. They can open up next door, but I got the retention rate with my customers, bro. They know I'm gonna work with them. They know I employ people from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They know I get back to my community. You the new guy on the block? Come on. Unless you come holler at me first and get plugged in and know the 411 and join our coalition, you ain't gonna make no money. Yo, you gonna be shut down before the new year come. Or become your yearly anniversary come. Come on, unless it's just a money washing front or something like that. So come on. If they knew this market so well and they had the market locked down, bro, they would have been defeated out by Barum. They would have been defeated motherfucking ESPN. They would have Eddie Hearn couldn't come in here. Lou DiBella can come back and run over there with Bob Arum. Come on. Oh, it got to make sense for both sides. Do it make sense? Keep putting on fucking bum bashes. Y'all can't even put on the best in-house fights, bro. You ever notice that all they big in-house fights, bro? They premier in-house fights. It don't involve Eddie Hearn. It don't involve Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? It don't involve it don't involve whoever else out there. The biggest fights they got, bro. You notice it don't involve none of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? It involved Al Heyman and Al fucking Heyman. Worst case scenario, Samson Boxing, Al Heyman, Samson Boxing, TBG, Al Heyman, Mayweather Promotion, and etc. in that circle. You know what I'm saying? It's an in-house fight, right? Couldn't even get Andy Ruiz to motivate him to stay in shape to bring Undisputed to Premier Boxing Champions. Couldn't even make a unified title fight with Charles Martin and Deontay Wilder, make Deontay Wilder unified. Come on. Lost multiple belts to Eddie Hearn. Lost the Sean Porter IBF belt. They did get it back. Lost the Kamada belt to Jamie McDowell. We could just keep going on and on. Lost Charles Martin belt and made AJ a champion. And then when it's time to make AJ and Wilder, Eddie Hearn him, y'all. If we being real, Eddie Hearn been and put their foot up at PBC ass. He been and defeated PBC. He got Canelo Alvarez back, right? He put Kell Brook on the map in America off of them. Come on. They both got it. I mean, Al Heyman allegedly got $1.5 billion. Took 5 off the top. Come on? They both had a bill. Let's just say fuck it. They both had $1 billion. That 0.5 was for his hard work. He invested into something. I don't know what he did with it allegedly. They both had $1 billion, bro. Come on. What do PBC got to show for the $1 billion, bro? What do they got to show for the billion? What they have to show? They don't got Devin Haney, who was on Showtime. It's a farm system. Haney came through on Showtime. Regis came through. I mean, on Showbox. Haney came through on Showbox. Regis came through on Showbox. So many fighters came through on Showbox and went other places. So they farm system. They didn't have retention with keeping guys in the farm system that went on to become world champions and good names in the sport. They can't even sign Jerron Bruce Ennis to PBC. Can't even get not Carl Moretti, but what's my man's that promotes him? I forget his name. Jesus, man, I always get him mixed up with Carl Murray. He's the dude that was used to be Tim Bradley's manager. Look at Al Heyman at the PBC. Hold on. Cameron Duncan. Thank God. I just thought about it. Cameron Duncan. You know what I'm saying? Can't even get Cameron Duncan to get in a loop. You know what I'm saying? So we could just keep going on and on. Come on, they gotta make sense. And one guy can't be pulling all the numbers, and the other guy not. Oh, Tank is doing this in the gate, and they're not doing nothing. That's why you got A side, B side, right? Come on, you ain't hear Bob Arum say, "Well, it don't make sense to send Lomachenko to go over there and fight Gary Russell." Come on. He battle. If you think your fighter good, it's nothing because you can't build a complete star without other good names on their resume. Come on, you can't. Just like I told them dudes that you can't be an A fighter without even fighting another B plus. You know? So when Crawford and Spence fight, we'll see. They might even both be A fighters. Might be that close. You know? So you talking about it don't make sense and this, that, and it don't make sense. You keep putting Tank in there versus Issa Cruz and goddamn Rolando Rolly. His stock keep going down. He can't even perform up to the level he need to perform up to. He can't show it. He's struggling with the fighters that y'all fight. So you say it gotta make sense, bro. It just seemed like it's an epic cash out. Like we don't believe in our guy. He could lose. So, until the fight gets to the biggest dollar amount, then we'll cash him out. That's what it is. Or if we lucky, then we'll cash in. That's exactly what he's saying. They don't believe their fighters no good, and that's why they don't put their top fighters in with the other top fighters. That's a fact. That's why. And the drag, one or two lost Danny Garcia in there with Earl Spence. That's why they had to drag 3 or 4 lost, whatever it was, Sean Porter in there. That wasn't top fights. You know what I'm saying? Even if he fought Pacquiao, that was a hand-me-down. The top 5 they might make, and they don't have no choice. It's Crawford and Earl Spence. Now, that's the best fight they can make. They talking about we ain't got the money, we don't lose money, then y'all should have did it with Bob Arum. And that's credit to Ty Errol Spence demanding the fight and Terrence Crawford not doing like these other fighters doing high behind promoters. He left his promoter, make the fight happen. But all the fights they had, Jared Hurd, Jamel Charlo didn't happen. Jamal Charlo and Jamel Charlo versus Lara, those didn't happen. All right. Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz, and they both had belts. All Andy Ruiz had to do was go win. Didn't happen. Andrade and Charlo twins, it never happened. Even when Andrade was a network free agent, he was getting paid less than a challenger to Jamel Charlo. He had a point there. Why am I making less money than a challenger? That don't sound right. I don't blame him. Don't care if he's the network or the network champion or the network, fighter, the house fighter or not. Like, I'm a champion. I'm not getting paid less than this guy. Come on. That's like you going to a job. You've been doing a job for 10 years and somebody come in new doing the same job, making more money than you. Come on. Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz, they never delivered that. Come on. It's probably a ton of them on the top of my head that I can't even think about, bro. And that's why Jared Hurd got knocked off. That's why Jamel Charlo got knocked off. You know what I'm saying? That's why Earl Spence had his car accidents and stuff. They marinate these fights way too long. The meat is getting spoiled. And then when they do come back and get belts, they not no stars. They still ain't nowhere near close to a pay-per-view star. Still ain't. David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, they overcooked that. They gonna fuck around and overcook David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo. They still got other elite in-house fights they can make, and they don't force their fighters to do nothing. What has to make sense. Even in-house, it got to make sense. You still got the winner, you still got the loser. Come on. That sound like they don't believe in their fighters. They don't think they fighters that good, you know. So, you know, we ain't gonna do it until it's, you know. How do you build build a Hall of Fame resume, bro? A real Hall of Fame resume by cherry picking your whole career, and then building up to one fight, and then if you win it, you like 30, 32 years old, and you on the wrong side of 30, my nigga, and then, you know, come on. And if you lose it, then niggas say your career over with. Look at Danny Garcia, bro. He never blew up after beating Lucas Matisse. He was on the grandest stages all. He's the co-feature to Canelo Mayweather. He never blew up. They don't know what they doing, bro. They don't know how to market boxing. They don't know how to promote boxing. They don't know the business of boxing. They don't know boxing, because if you knew boxing, you have to fight the fight. While they young, they have to fight those Haneys, the Cambosos, the Shakur Stevens. You have to fight them dudes. That's how you get the big money. You have to fight on a network where people can see you too. You have to fight on CBS, Fox, NBC, ABC, and if you're gonna fight on Showtime, it has to be a fight that's been built up, or that has the capital behind it as far as the viewers, like Castanos and Charlo too, to get almost close to 1 million on there. So they're gonna keep cherry picking and waiting for them to have one big fight in their career, instead of having Liston, Foreman, Frazier, you know, multiple times Frazier. Come on. Instead of having all of them, bro. I don't got Floyd Patterson on their resume. Come on. They ain't gonna even have Larry Holmes on their resume. And that's an old Muhammad Ali. Come on. And Floyd Mayweather, man, he gotta be telling them that, bro. You have to make them fights, bro, to get to the next level, bro. You have to fight them. You can't just cherry pick and become a complete star, pay-per-view star. AJ still had to fight some names. He had to fight Klitschko at least to get up there. You know what I'm saying? So he full of horse shit, bro. I'm sorry, man, Leonard, man. I have to call a spade a spade. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys do. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit on notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Other than that, you can check my link tree out. It's the first link in the description. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, YouTube, the whole nine. Appreciate the love support. Check the Box News playlist. One time for the one time piece.